Setting seller expectations for listing homes is completely different than it has been in years past. You want to make sure that the seller knows it's a slower market. There's going to be check-ins. There's going to be possibly conversations about price improvements. So this video is going to show you how we set up seller expectations so that the seller isn't bamboozled by talk about, okay, here's a bunch of negative feedback, or here's your home is not responding to the market. Check it out. So it's work to sell homes again. Used to be you could put something on the market and just let it sell, right? You know, pricing was kind of arbitrary. You know, your clients, you go to a client and you say, well, the comps are 700. I want to go for 750. And you know what? They would get it. They'd probably get more than that. That's completely changed. 2 slides more, Sonny. So what we're going to talk about now is preparing for future presentations, and Johnny and or Sonny, or both of them, may be jumping in a little bit to kind of help with this, so be prepared for that. Next slide. Yeah, okay. So what I want to show you guys is this, and you can pause it right there. So what we've done with these video books is these are made to kind of wow your seller before you get to the listing presentation. We used to do this with video emails, and the idea is you want to impress your seller. They want to be doing something that no one else is doing, so that when they get to the listing appointment, when you get to the listing appointment, they know that you're something special. So what we've done with these is you can record an intro. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, looking forward to seeing you on Friday. This next video will show you how we market and sell homes. So, and then that will be followed by another video. So when they open it up, it automatically plays. And now this is just a stock video right here, but it'll be you and then the video, right? This has been tremendously helpful for our agents. Jeremy, you've used it, right? So that's one thing that you do before you get to the listing appointment. Next slide. Yeah, we actually have some of those available. So, and then this is a slide that you're going to want to use in your tool belt. You don't want to necessarily put it in your listing presentation, but this is for the sellers that just don't understand the market. They think their price is too high. And what it shows in 2021, this is based off of the average home price in America, that at 2.96 interest rate at $353,000, the monthly P&I payment was $1,186. Well, in April of 2022, which is right around the same rates as we have right now, the average price range went up about $40,000, and it's $1,777. So that is based off the average price. I mean, if you look at, you know, an $800,000 house, it's roughly almost twice that much, right? So what you're going to do with this is keep this in your folder, your bag, your laptop, whatever, so that when people are like, well, you know, the house, maybe the values have gone down from March to August. Well, values have gone down, but the cost of owning a home has actually gone up, and that's really important. So keep that in mind. Next slide. And then the other thing that we've done, and I think this is important for everyone, where no matter what company you're with, is have all the options available for anything that the seller may want to do. And now this is in our listing presentation. It's a Spyglass Select Move program. So what this does is it's all the options for if they want to sell to Open Door, Offer Pad. You're going to tell them about this, and you're going to breeze right over it, because what you don't want to do is leave that listing appointment and they sell to Open Door, or they contact Open Door or Offer Pad or whoever. But what you say is that we have the ability to submit your listing to up to a dozen different home buying institution iBuyers that will buy your property off market. We don't necessarily recommend it, but every now and then they're willing to pay more than market rate for your home. Now that's probably less true now than it was before, but what you can tell them is in the time that we're getting your home ready, our software submits your home to up to a dozen different iBuying institutions, and then they will give you offers so you can compare what we think is market rate. So what that does is that eliminates them going behind your back and trying to sell the home to Open Door. This does require a listing agreement, okay? And what you're gonna tell them is if you get more than one offer, then you're gonna try and negotiate the best possible rate, and you can compare it to what we believe you can sell your home on in the open market. Next slide. And then this is off of our website, but then compares the different cost of what these programs cost. So one thing about this, guys, is there are a lot of different, oh, and one more thing about this is that it also has the options of, trade-in, Homeward, Homelight, Orchid, all these other ones. So, as part of the training for this, you really need to be able to explain how these services work and be able to explain that to your clients. Johnny, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to chime in a little bit on the select move. So on the select move, I want to talk about this because right now, hey everybody, I'm gonna take a breath and just take it in for a minute. What's up? I see some new faces. I want to talk about this because whether you're new to the business with Spyglass, not with Spyglass, when you're talking to people, it's important to know that you have solutions available. Ryan just went into detail about a lot of the specifics of the program, which you're not going to go into the specifics of the program before having a meeting with somebody. You're going to confuse them about this. What's important to know is that we have a select move program, and a way that this benefited me a lot when I was new at the company, and we didn't have exactly a select move program, but it was like, look, there's a lot of other solutions that the brokerage has. I'm not just an agent that's going to stick a sign in the yard. I don't even like saying that because that's very cliche, but you can say that when you've got something to back it up. Be like, look, I'm not just going to stick a sign in the yard. We have multiple solutions. We have a select move program. So when I meet with you and understand what your goals are, I'll be able to outline a plan for you with one of these partners that we have. And if you have a listing presentation and you have one of the ones that we train and teach has a series of questions, in there is a question that asks, would you be open to an instant offer from a third party, an instant cash offer? So you're already opening up the door for that conversation. So when you're meeting with these folks, maybe it's a Zoom meeting, maybe it's in person, but when you ask that question in your presentation later, you have the select move program. When you understand what their goals are, you're gonna be able to open up which one of these avenues of the select move program. Is it the instant buyer? There's no obligation. I recommend it to everybody simply because why not? You learn some of the details into the, which iBuyers, and we're actually doing a training on that next week. So y'all pay attention to the select move program. It's gonna be real important because they've evolved with us as well. So whether they need a cash offer, the convenience of a cash offer, a bridge program, we have partners that have all cash so that they can go purchase a home cash to remove the contingency and give you, 6 months or so to sell your home. How does this sound to you? So this is a way to set up winning the appointment, to make you better on the phone, talking to people, or in person before you get the appointment, because when you get to the appointment, you're going to be equipped with a presentation and how to close that appointment and everything that Spyglass backs up, which is Ryan's going to show us even more about what we do on marketing these homes. So, mic drop.
So we already have a lot of training on that, and we continually train. Johnny does a sharpen your skills every 2 weeks. So the next one will be an update on select move. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is a slide from CloudCMA, and we use CloudCMA as our presentation tool, and it's customized for everything. But basically what this, actually you take this one, Johnny, since this is your slide.
All right. Okay, so home goes on the market and it's priced a little bit too high. That home's going to sit on the market for longer. So in CloudCMA, whenever you're running a CMA, whether it's you spend 10 minutes running a very extensive CMA or just 2 minutes doing a quick and dirty or something, this is going to show you, and you can have this in your slide deck. It's going to tell them exactly how many days it's going to take their home and at list price. So when you're talking to them and you're showing them at list price, okay, if you're going to list it at wherever this chart is for your neighborhood, 600,000. Well, let's take a look at this because it's looking like at 600,000, it's going to be on the market for 43 days and probably sell at 93% of this list price. Is that the result that you want? Right? I like to ask these kind of questions after I present information to see how these people feel and what I'm going to talk to them about. So this is a slide. It's very easy to pull up, and on your CloudCMA, you can add this customized. And you customize it, you can add the slide into your live presentation for your clients. So this opens up that conversation of pricing and timeline. It's all about pricing and timeline. How long do you want to sell? How long do you have until you have to sell this home or move? 6 months? Well, if you've got 6 months to sell, then that's fine. We can price it at $1 million. It might not sell in 6 months, and we can talk about what kind of plan that is. So that's it.
Yeah, and you see how Johnny is using his words very selectively, like, is this the kind of result that you want? Like, this is what he trains on. So when it comes to listings, and this is a super raw, very quick, dirty version of a Tuesday update. So when Sonny and I were selling, 50, 60 homes a year back in the day, we used to let the seller know at the listing appointment or when the listing agreement was signed that we're going to send out a report every Tuesday. And that report would include, among other things, the number of showings, the feedback from the showings, other properties that went pending in the area, the list price and days on market, the attendees from the open house, the feedback from the open house, and what I forgot to put here are the active properties that hit the market. And that's very, very important because you're going to set them up that every week, every Tuesday, you're going to send this, but every third week or whatever days on market are, right? If days on market are 30, then every 3 weeks you're going to talk about potential changes to the listing, which include, changing photos and or price reductions. And you do it on Tuesday because a lot of times you'll be negotiating an offer on Monday, and you tell them that, right? And what we found is because you don't ask for a price reduction every week, but when you send this report and they see, holy shit, there's a active listing. My house is 495,000, and there's an active listing on the street that looks better than mine at 485,000, that they will ask you for the price reduction. But if they don't, then you have your third week call where you talk about what you're going to do listing. So the scheduling the phone conversation, prepare a CMA to show recent activity, talk about the feedback you receive, show them active and pending listings in the area, and most importantly, show them the active listings that popped up, particularly the ones that are similar to the listing and priced lower than their listing. That is, that should go with, I didn't put that on the slide, but that should go with the weekly report. Okay, so go to the...